Hey there, this is Daryl from Jackson Fishing Team, and going to be tying up a Grannom Caddis, a female version. If you want to tie the male version, you just leave off the egg sac, or if you want to call it maybe a hot spot, depending on what color your egg sac is. I'm going to be tying this as the last fly in the series for the upcoming South Carolina upstate trout trip that we're hosting. And anyway, let's take a look at it and we'll describe the materials as we go along. Well, this here's the Grannom Caddis fly. It's a dry fly, maybe very similar to an a.k.a. caddis, but a little bit different. We're going to be tying the female version. Like I said, if you wanted to tie this in the male version, you would eliminate this little green section right here, where the egg sac. But let's get tying. I apologize. It's a lot of light colored materials that are hard to see, but hopefully you get the idea on how to tie this. We're going to put a size 12 hook in for that. I don't remember what I said, but we're tying it on a size 12. Dry fly hook, standard. And I debarbed it. Now if you tie the male version, you'll tie it a little smaller, maybe like a size 16 or maybe a 14 on there, because they are a little smaller. The thread I'm going to use is some olive brown or brown olive in a A-dot. And we're going to go ahead and start this right back behind the eye of the hook. So I'm going to take it just around the bend and back up, because I'm going to tie in my floss. And the floss I'm going to use is some Danville's 4-strand rayon floss in green. You could do it in a hot spot color like chartreuse, fluorescent green, maybe orange if you want. And there. We'll take it back just between the midpoint of the point and the barb, and let me get that out of the way. 1, 2, 3. And we'll take it back up. And we'll tie that off right here. Got a little bit left for another one. Get my thread back to close to the point of the barb. And then I'm just going to put a little cement on that egg sac just to protect it a little bit. Next we're going to use some waterproof dry fly dubbing, and I'm going to use this brown olive right here. I'm going to start off with, I don't know, you can barely see that. We're going to dub that on. Not too much there, but we don't need a lot. Need a little bit more. For the underwing, I'm going to use some white parapost and just pull out a strand out of there. And I can get 4 pieces off from this one strand. So I'll cut it in half, and I'll fold it in half again. So I've got like for 4 flies right there. And I'm just going to take that one there, and I'm going to tie this in under the, on top here. And then fold it over. And I'm just going to cut that off just back past beyond the bend of the hook. Don't stretch it, just let it in there. Next I'm going to use some bleached or tan colored deer hair for the overwing. And then I'm going to clean the ends off, get rid of some of that under fur. And then I'm going to put it in my hair stacker. and tap it a few times. And then, since I want the tips to line in that direction, I'm going to open up this in the direction that the tips are going to go on the fly. And I'm going to kind of measure that so that that wing is about the same or just past the bend of the hook. And I'm just going to trim these off before I tie. Give this a counter spin so that the thread will wrap back over that. And we're going to build up a head to cover up that deer hair. And we'll do a whip finish. Trim that off and apply a little head cement. And there we have it. The Grannom Caddis in the female version. And I'm going to tie up a few more of these. Alright, that's the Grannom female Caddisfly in the size 12. I'm going to tie up a few into a male version of that without the egg sac, and we'll see what the fish are, what they like on that trip coming up. Alright, I'm Daryl, and we'll see you on the water.